Believe it or not, Mustangs are the most posted car on Instagram. But if you want the likes, posting supercars makes the most sense. So in this video, we're gonna count down the 7 most popular cars on Insta, plus an honorable mention, baby. That'll just blow up the like counter faster than a cute girl's DMs. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's go. Real quick, before we get started, if you haven't yet, please go follow us on Instagram at ideal.media_. That's ideal.media_. Do that real quick, we'll give you a follow back, and let's go on with the video, baby. To start off this list with the 7th most posted supercar on Instagram is the absolutely stunning, extremely exotic Ferrari LaFerrari. And not only does this thing look like a fighter jet, it's as fast as one because it has a V12 pushing out 789 horses and an electric motor putting out 161 horses. Good for 0 to 60 in just 2.4 seconds. Baby, and believe it or not, this isn't even the most popular Ferrari on this list. Now, only 499 of these were ever built, and the ever so popular Justin Bieber has one. See, Bieber got the Ferrari fever and snagged one of the most incredible hypercars Ferrari has ever made. And at $1.4 million US new, this Ferrari is easily the most expensive on this list. From one hypercar to the next, the McLaren P1 is in the running for one of the best looking cars ever produced, period. And it's the 6th most posted super duper car on the gram. And whether it's those supermodel looks that you like, or the 903 horsepower gas and electric hybrid, catapulting this puppy from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Now that's one badass grocery getter. And the iconic retired late night host and car aficionado, Jay Leno, agrees because he was able to get his hands on the first privately owned P1 in the USA. Not bad for a guy that told jokes for a living. Now the joke's on us. The Lamborghini Gallardo was an instant hit when it was first introduced in 2004, and the mid-range Lambo looked just as good as it performed, with short overhangs, insane airflow, and tightly drawn lines. And I don't know about you, but I think this thing has aged extremely well, and that naturally aspirated V10 makes heavenly sounds all the way up to its 8,000 RPM redline. Now, believe it or not, the engine in the Gallardo was actually derived from the Audi S6 motor, and is just one of the regular cars that shares an engine with a supercar. That vid's a doozy. And you may or may not know, because they have so many cars, but Daily Driven Exotics has this beautiful 2013 Squadra Corsa, which is the baddest Gallardo ever made. And it's a very limited production Lambo, with only 50 ever made. And they were the street legal version of the Lamborghini Gallardo LP570-4 Super Trofeo race car. I dare you to spell race car backwards. Now, I've run with Damon and his crew once or thrice, and I gotta hand it to them. They have an insane supercar collection that they daily drive. This is one of the best looking Ferraris ever made. The Ferrari 458 Italia isn't the newest Ferrari out, but it has looks to die for. And with one of the last naturally aspirated V8s, it's got a ton of character, pumping out 562 horses. Now, the only bummer with this car is it's the first mainstream Ferrari that wasn't offered with a manual transmission. The other more limited edition models that were never offered with the third pedal were the 360 Challenge Stradale, the 430 Scuderia, and the Enzo. Yum. Now, having a Ferrari will attract attention anywhere that you go. And the 458, believe it or not, is the most posted Ferrari on Instagram. And some of you may say, my brother from another mother, Parker from Vehicle Virgins, has this beautiful 458 Speciale Aperta, which is essentially just the most powerful limited edition 458 ever made. Good job, bro. This list is literally littered with Ferraris and Lambos. And the second most popular Lamborghini on Instagram is the Lamborghini Huracan, the supercar that's twice as successful as its older brother, the Gallardo. Yeah, they literally sold the same number of Huracans as Gallardos in half as many years. And although I personally think the Huracan is a little bit softer than the Gallardo, the 5.2 liter V10 and dual clutch gearbox makes this Lambo one of the easiest supercars to drive fast, which is a good thing, because Jake Paul bought this Lamborghini Huracan Performante in gorgeous blue Nova, which he's used numerous times as a prop in his videos, for better or for worse. What's so awesome is Audi makes one supercar and it narrowly missed being in the top spot. And their gem of a supercar is the Audi R8, which was initially revealed in 2008 and now has successfully continued onto its second generation without missing a beat. And the first gens will always have a soft spot in my little heart, mainly because of this, the gated 6-speed manual transmission, which is going extinct, just like these other 9-car features that are already extinct. That was a tough one to make. Now, a good friend of mine owns a badass R8. Jack Ultramotive with this slammed red first-gen V10 with the epic ski box. Now that thing is ideal. And I think that Audi really hit a home run with the R8. So I'm super bummed that they're probably gonna be discontinuing it soon. Which brings us to our ideal question of the day. What is your favorite supercar? Go comment your favorite as we get into that honorable mention, baby. Okay. So, okay, real talk. Is the Nissan GT-R an actual supercar? Let us know up in this poll. Is it a supercar? Because personally, I think it's up for debate. And since we don't really have a firm answer, that's why it's the honorable mention. Because either way, it's definitely a supercar killer, thanks to that highly tunable VR38 DETT. And not only has the R35 design been around for some 13 years, and is included as one of the 5 ancient car models that is still produced today, but it gets a ton of fame on Insta, with over 7 million posts and counting. And there are a ton of Insta famous people that are touting their version of Godzilla. But one in particular, Tanner Fox's Guaczilla 2.0, is an absolute showstopper. Oh, and if you're an avid Hot Wheels collector and love the R35 GT-R, they made a limited edition Hot Wheels edition of his car. Pretty sweet. And if you want to snag one, I've linked to them down in the description. Every time that you scroll through Instagram, I bet you see one of these. The Lamborghini Aventador. With looks to kill and a V12 soundtrack that could compete with Justin Bieber. Wait, did I really just say that? Well, choose your favorite artist because this V12 absolutely screams. And you know who has a purple one? The one and only Stradman. And when the doors go up, so does the price. Just like the prices of these insane supercars that use engines from cheap normal cars. Or check out what YouTube recommends you watch next. Oh, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. But either way, you can't lose. And as always, keep living that ideal lifestyle.